So it feels like the time, Dan, to do a deep dive on Wemby and what the Spurs are doing this year. I think he is the unicorn of unicorns. I think he's the biggest unicorn in NBA history, the true unicorn.
The definition of unicorn, when it was sort of set out there, I believe it was Kevin Durant said it first about Porzingis, and the way he was talking about it was, it's a guy who can block shots and a guy who can step out and space the floor at a high clip. Definitionally, no one has done it to this degree at this volume. In terms of skill and deployment, there's really no argument about it. There is a great website called craftednba.com,
Yes, yeah.
and there's a lot of different sort of tools and analytics on there. One of the fun things they've got is a player comparison tool, a like similar season finder. The most similar offensive player to Victor Wembanyama that it spits out is 1994 Penny Hardaway.
We've got Little Penny, and now we have Big Penny. He's Big Penny.
Yes, and the most similar player in that age group, again, early 20s, for on the defensive end, is peak Dwight Howard. So, like, 94 pre-injury Penny and peak Dwight Howard in one dude is kind of sickening, right? Like a very odd and weird combination of a guy where Penny is a huge ball handler. And then Dwight Howard's whole game was, I'm one of the handful of best defensive players ever. What this tells us is there is no player who has kind of cohered all of the skills and production of a face-up perimeter guy and a perennial defensive player of the year in the same package to the degree we are seeing with Victor Wembanyama. This guy is one of one.
I would love it if on the draft night we can go back and just be like, he feels like a mix between Bonzi Wells and Ben Wallace and just see heads explode.